The battle with Broly and Trunks versus Cell? Okay, it goes well, but every time they think they have a death blow, that Nucleus is too tough to take out for them right now. He keeps coming back, and keeps coming back, and keeps coming back. The difference here is that this Cell...
I could have explained that a little better. What's up everybody, StevDez here, and welcome to another edition of DIFU, the second part of What If Broly landed on Namek, because I fucked up on a few details. And this is one of those details, let's go ahead and get right into it. This is one of those details that I didn't think about until after the video came out. It made it sound like Cell was recovering just like instantly. Bam! No, that's not the case. It's more along the lines of Cell. It takes time for him to get back to normal, but the nucleus, that's why I had the picture of Cell there with the finger pointing to his head. The nucleus is tougher because of Broly's cells. That's the point that I wanted to get across, is that there is time that goes by, and Broly and Trunks just know to hang around for a bit, catch their breath, just in case he reincarnates. Or if he's delaying it a bit, then they're about halfway to the lookout before, bam, Cell's power level's back. Oh no. So this could have been worded better. I didn't fuck up because I knew what I was going for, but I fucked up with how I said it. So yeah, DIFU is, did I fuck up? So I guess I did a little bit there. Let's go on to the next one. Let's get it moving.
Goku and Gohan would emerge as full-powered Super Saiyans, absolutely calm in their demeanor. They learned from the Akari state how to really master forms.
I want to elaborate on Goku and Gohan's growth throughout this particular What If. Initially, when Cooler had landed, Goku hadn't even achieved Super Saiyan yet. I stated in the last DIFU that Goku and Gohan, there's no way they can learn Akari. So Goku only had Kaioken when Cooler and King Cold had landed. So that means he hadn't achieved Super Saiyan yet. Earlier in this part, I said that Goku and Gohan had achieved Super Saiyan Grade 1. That is true. That is still canon. That's still a thing. But this Broly hadn't gone full on Super Saiyan yet. He hadn't seen the form, is what I'm pretty much getting at. This Broly is working purely off of his Akari Rage. He hasn't unlocked Super Saiyan Gold Hair, or Green Hair, I don't know, I'm colorblind, yet in this timeline. It's not until after the time chamber training with Trunks that he gets a taste of the Super Saiyan form that Goku and Gohan learned how to do in the hyperbolic time chamber as they came out with blonde hair. Naturally, Broly would question it. He would be curious if Trunks could maybe learn this power, and he would work on helping Trunks learn this power. So that brings the regular Super Saiyan, the Super Saiyan that we all know, into the fold a little bit more complicatedly, but still it does end up flowing as far as introducing form after form after form. Keep in mind, DBS's Broly didn't need the gold hair to keep up with Super Saiyan Blue. He was fine with just the Akari state. So that way, if I incorporate this form of leveling up, I guess you could say, that means you could see Broly's growth, and he doesn't have to rely on the gold hair as much. Nor does he want to. He doesn't want to resort to that form, because we know that that form is a galaxy buster. So, relying on it to take something out, he's still very wary about Earth. He doesn't want to accidentally destroy Earth like what happened to Namek. So, well, not what happened to Namek, but what almost happened to Namek. He knows that his power is dangerous. He understands that, because of his calm upbringing. So it's a matter of reining that in. But in the series, I think you'll see him come to terms with the demon inside a little bit more as the series progresses. You'll see when I introduce that form. But for now, understand that Broly does not go gold hair. He merely teaches future Trunks in the time chamber how to go gold hair. Meanwhile, Goku and Gohan, they're back at their canon roots. They're back at their canon level as far as full-powered Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. So, let's move on to the next one, Schmidt.
A lot weaker. Granted, he's still the legendary Super Saiyan. He can still get more and more and more and more powerful the angrier and angrier and angrier he gets, but...
Bad picture. Bad picture to put there. Bad picture to put there. As I previously stated in this video, Broly does not resort to the golden hair form to try to defeat Cell. Goku and Gohan, consider this a deleted scene, because the video ended up being 17 minutes, so I didn't want to add this in, but I feel like for the sake of the DIFU, I really need to add this detail in. Goku and Gohan urge that since this is an Earth problem, Broly should stand back and let them show him what they can do. Goku urges this, but Gohan's saying that that's a bad idea. However, Broly accepts this. Therefore, Broly doesn't have to resort to that form that I put in the freaking picture. Why did I put that picture there? So, I fucked up on putting that there. That's why I'm rectifying the whole he doesn't resort to this form thing. Because he understands how Ikari works a lot better, and how he can get stronger and stronger. He can get to the level of Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 with Ikari. There's no need to bring this very dangerous form in, and through meditation, he's able to kind of hold back that rage a lot more, and let it out when he needs to. That's the basic premise that I'm going for with Broly in this timeline. So I believe that's it for this part. I'll watch through the rest of this part. If not, you're going to see part 5 on the screen, because I messed up a little bit there too.
By the skin of his teeth is the Ikari state mixed with full power Super Saiyan. However, there is...
Okay, I have to retcon this too. The only thing that makes Goku survive the Kamehameha from Cell is the Super Saiyan form mixed with Kaioken. Because he didn't have Super Saiyan before the androids showed up in this timeline, he had to focus on what he had. Super Saiyan, the blonde hair form, didn't really come to him. Sure, he kind of felt something. You could explain that with, like, pseudo Super Saiyan. But it was something that was still out of his reach. He practiced more with Kaioken in this timeline. Therefore, if he's gonna survive, I would have him use Kaioken as opposed to Ikari, because of the dramatic boost in attack and speed Kaioken does give you. So, there are ways for Goku to avoid that Kamehameha. That doesn't involve Yardrat. So, there we go. That part's fixed. I did fuck up, but that's a fuck up that I addressed in a previous DIFU, the previous part of this one. Alright, moving on, Schmidt.
It took a Ikari state enraged Gohan Super Saiyan 2, put all that on a friggin' t-shirt.
You know what? That still gives me a giggle. If you guys want a shirt, whenever I get the channel bigger, I'd make a shirt of that. That was just like, Schmidt, put a horribly painted, a horribly shaped, like MS Paint shirt on screen. Color it black. Now, make it, put definition of fanfiction. Ikari State plus Super Saiyan 2 plus Gohan. Thank you, Schmidt. If y'all want a shirt like that, I'll see what I can do when the channel grows bigger. Okay, let's move on.
Who does have the answer? King Kai. King Kai gladly finds new Namek somewhere in Universe 7 and connects from Namek to Earth, using a lot of power in the process, but Broly is able to talk to new Namek.
This is kind of fanfiction-y. And this, like, incorporating King Kai into the stories, I would think, like, y'all voted for it, so, you know, the next What If is gonna be, what if Krillin was born female? You know, check out the episodes on the channel already. But, given that Krillin was trying to impress Vegeta in that timeline, it makes sense that Krillin knows about Kaioken. So, Krillin would ask about King Kai. So, it's... I mean... Okay. The only way I would go about... The only other way I would go about fixing this is that Bulma and the Briefs family, after a while, would find Namek. And they have 7 odd years after the Cell games in order to do this. They would be able to find Namek in 7 years. I don't doubt that in the slightest. But the reason why I incorporated King Kai into this one, because, you know, using him as a fucking telephone, yeah, that does seem kind of fanfiction-y in a way. The reason why I incorporated King Kai is so that it wouldn't be as much time being gone by. You know, using him as a communication method would end up actually progressing things a lot quicker. So that's why King Kai is in the scenario as he is. So that it's more of a telephone game at that point, and the Z Warriors can just pick up the pace and get the story rolling. If we had to wait for the Briefs family to build a ship in order to find Namek, which I highly believe that they can do in 7 years, okay, but it's still a roundabout method of doing the same thing. Getting King Kai involved just makes the story progress quicker. That's why I decided to go the King Kai route in this timeline. So, I didn't fuck up on this one, but I did make it overly complicated and somewhat fanfiction-y. I will say that much. It is a bit fanfiction-y for me to incorporate King Kai here.
See, if Gohan had arrived alone, though, Super Saiyan 2 wouldn't have been enough, is the problem. Because it would still be a 2-on-1 bout. That's what 17 and 18's power was. If one couldn't handle it, the other got in, and both of them could handle it because they didn't have to worry about Ki. Here...
Now... This is hard to argue. So I'm going to do my best here. If 17 could hold off Jiren as long as he did, or turn him into power, it's possible that the androids could do so here in the Android Saga. The reason why I think it's a bit of a malarkey situation is because Trunks was only grade 3 Super Saiyan. He wasn't full powered Super Saiyan when he went back and defeated not one, but both the androids and Cell. So, given that, a full-powered Super Saiyan would have been enough to handle the androids. There has to be a logical reason here that the androids were essentially buffed up or prepared for Super Saiyan as a possibility. Given that, here's what I think logically would be what happened. There is some time in this timeline where after Zero and 19 are defeated, 17 and 18 are dormant. If Zero still has drones, still has drone bugs, because remember, you just needed the one to survive, then they would be mentally prepared and physically prepared for the possibility of a Super Saiyan. Here, they're prepared for the possibility of a full-powered Super Saiyan. Why?
because not only do they have the drone bugs' data getting back to them when they were revived in the pods, still connected to the pods, but they also have the knowledge of Akari. Since Broly is part of Cell, Gero has data from Broly, making these androids far stronger. So, that's why a full-powered Super Saiyan and a Super Saiyan 2 wouldn't have been enough. Goku needed to help Gohan in this fight because the both of them would have been savvy to what they were fighting. Therefore, in order to overpower that, you needed the final forms there. So, that's... Go ahead and tell me in the comments below if you disagree with that logic or you agree with that logic. Either way, that is the logic that I am going through this story with. So, let's watch the rest of part 5. Go on to part 6. See if I fucked up anywhere else.
Of a choice for your one choice. By working together and being...
Hey, look at that. The stepdad's voting law. Y'all should probably take a note of that, because, it comes up a lot. Y'all could have had 2 what-ifs if you voted slim enough, but you want... Schmidt. Thank you. You want Krillin. So, it's gonna be female Krillin. It's gonna be Quillin for the next one. God, my mustache is fucked up right now. Okay, there we go. That's a lot more better. Y'all have been staring at that crap all night. I made a big deal about the voting law because this is something that's gonna go in the channel trailer. Whenever I get around to doing the channel trailer, this is gonna be in it. This thing's gonna be in it. So, I want you all to consider that when you vote, you are voting for what you want. But consider that others are voting for what they want as well. If your vote is winning, you can affect things by helping your fellow man, who may be in second place, boost up a little bit, keeping yours under 50 and getting theirs closer to 50. Everybody wins. So, and in the event there's a 3-way tie, y'all are really going to push this brain to its limit. So, remember the voting law. That's all I have to say. And I know I went, I know I droned on about the polls in this part, and there's a good reason for that. Because I want you all to start working together as best you can. You know, we're a community. Let's do it. Let's be a community. Let's make these what ifs unique in the way that very few communities actually make these what ifs unique. You know, I want the Staff Days community to stand out. You know? So, other than that, I didn't really... I droned on a couple of times, which I'm going to be cutting some of these videos down a bit in the areas that I droned on, or maybe where I ended up repeating myself several times. Yeah, I'm gonna cut them down using the YouTube editor and see what kind of what it does to the videos. If I need to re-upload, be prepared for that. All right, if I need to re-upload, then I need to re-upload. If not, then good. But for now, this is the Broly's DIFU. Schmidt, can we get a full screen going? So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for making the series what it was. Maybe now I can move past Broly, because it's in there too freaking much. So, leave a comment below if there's anything else you disagree with as far as the Broly videos. This will be the last DIFU for a little while, because I listened to the Krillin one, I listened to the one after the Krillin one, and it's not going to be as bad. It's not going to be like I do a DIFU for every single one of my projects. It's just that recording like this is a lot easier than the screen. Not to mention, there is a humming noise. Actually, let me go ahead and go to the video here. Like, you'll probably hear like a ee in the back.
He built his own natural area in his own lab. So, why not?
Right there.
Give life a chance. There's one big problem.
That faint. that faint whistling, that's because of the AC running through this room. So when the AC's fan is blowing, that's the sound I get, which restricts when I'm allowed to actually record. The only reason you don't hear it now is because I'm using the voice acting microphone. I'm using this microphone right here. This one right here. I'm using. So I'm going to try to get my camcorder to work with it. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to figure out a way to get the microphone just right. But I will still have the what ifs ready to go. Even if I have to record it like this, I will do so, because y'all have been waiting long enough, and I appreciate your patience through everything that's been going on lately. Hopefully 2022 will not be like 2021, because 2021 was a lot like 2020, and 2020 was a lot like 2019. So, hopefully, my hell will be over soon, and thanks so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.